Hi, this is Mato. Welcome to my online chess lecture. In this video I will show you a game between Aron Nimzowitsch and Friedrich Saemisch. This historic game was played in Marianske Lazne in 1925. Nimzowitsch had white pieces and he started with d4. Saemisch played d5, c4, the queen's gambit, c6, the Slav defense, knight to f3, knight to f6, knight to c3, pawn takes pawn on c4, a4, preventing b5, bishop to f5, white to move. e3 is the standard move. Nimzowitsch played knight to e5. This was 1925. Nimzowitsch was first to make this move in this position. So this was a novelty. And in our time, a very popular move by white. The game continued. Knight from b to d7. Knight takes knight. Knight takes on c4 is what grandmasters today play in this position. And after queen to c7 intending e5, most of the time white plays g3 intending bishop to f4. But this is a game for another time. Back to our game. Knight takes knight, queen takes knight, f3 intending e4, knight to d5, e4, knight takes knight on c3, pawn takes knight, bishop to e6 defending the pawn, a5 freeing the a4 square for the queen, g6, queen to a4, bishop to g7, bishop takes on c4, bishop takes bishop, queen takes bishop. The material is equal. White has a good-looking center, which black naturally intends to destroy. The game continued. Castling, rook to b1, queen to c7, castling, b6. If queen takes on a5, then rook takes on b7. Back to our game. b6. Perhaps pawn takes pawn on b6 was expected. Nimzowitsch played f4. b takes on a5. Black is a pawn up. f5. Queen to d7. Bishop to e3. King to h8. Rook to f3. The rook lift. Pawn takes pawn on f5. Rook takes pawn on f5. e6. Rook takes pawn on a5. Rook to g8. Rook to f1, f6, bishop to c1, bishop to f8, white to move. Is bishop to f8 a blunder? White can take the pawn on f6. And this is what happened. Rook takes on f6. How should black continue in this position? What would you do in this position if you had black pieces? How would you defend the pawn on e6? Saemisch played queen to g7. Queen to d8 would force the exchange sacrifice. After rook takes bishop, rook takes rook, rook to a1, queen to f6, bishop to e3. It is about equal. However, some players would prefer to have black pieces. Back to our game. Instead of queen to d8, queen to g7, this is also a double attack. But for this move, white has an easy solution. And that is queen to f1. Saemisch resigned. For the entertainment purpose, I will show you just one line. Queen to e7, defending the pawn on e6. Rook to h5, bishop to g7. Rook to f7, attacking the queen, queen to e8. Queen to f6, bishop takes queen, rook takes pawn on h7, check, mate. And let's go back to this position. If black doesn't take the queen, what happens then? Then rook takes pawn on h7, check, and after king takes pawn, queen to h6, check, mate. What do you think of this game? And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess, and bye for now.